morning, I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat. This marks an experimental week, people. I want to welcome you to Chase the Heat. I'm Johnny Scoville, your host. Before we get going, if you could, like this video, and at the end, give a comment. Maybe share this with somebody. Today, I'm reviewing a sauce, Savir Foods. Now, I gotta tell you, let me tell you what this is an experimental week, because this week I'm gonna act like a YouTuber. I'm gonna ask you to subscribe. I never do that. I'm gonna ask you to like the video. I never do that. I'm gonna ask you to share this thing, and I never do that. I've made 5,200 videos where I've never done that. And I've been reading enough, and can you imagine if it makes a difference if just one extra person subscribes and starts eating chilies? Think of how many videos I've wasted. So, this is an experiment this week. I'd like you to like, comment, and subscribe this video, please. I was recently at the Savir Food Festival in Albuquerque with my brother Tommy, my nephew Spanks, and my business partner David Foy. We had such a great time. I kept passing this one booth, Savir Foods. Tried a bunch of their stuff. It's all plant-based, no refined sugar. It's gluten-free, people. And it's artisanal hot sauce. This is their lemon drop. Okay? Now, it was an interesting thing. What I do, I have a thing that I do when I go to, excuse me. Yes. I have a thing that I do when I go to shows, where I go to a booth. It's rare that I go to a booth and somebody doesn't know who I am. So, but when I go to the booth, they're always like, oh, they want me to try something. What would you like to try? They usually will say something like, well, I don't have anything that's as hot as you like it, which is crazy because my go-to stuff is medium heat. At any rate, I always have the same line. I always say, well, instead of me looking what I want to try, well, everybody that goes to a show always has a new product, usually, or they'll have a product they're trying to move, either stuff that's outdated, close to expiration. They want to move something. So I always say, well, what would you like me to try? So he went through the whole thing, and the owners are great, really cool people, and I decided I was going to try this one. And this is handcrafted in Austin, Texas. I used to reside about that far from Austin, in Round Rock. You know what's really cool? I like how everybody has a different way, like the 4 flaming bushes out of 5 or 5 peppers out of 6 for their heat level. This is theirs. It's medium heat. This is meh. And this up here is just silly. It's great. All right, so what's inside? You want to hear it? Love, first ingredient. Listen, you had me at love. I think that's really cool. First ingredient, love. Then apple cider vinegar, kosher salt, dates, avocado oil, plus it's got fresh lemons. It's got lima peppers, excuse me. It's got black pepper and celery seeds. And that's all, y'all. That's what it says, man. Shake well before using. I want to thank everybody who came out to Thunder Bacon Burger yesterday. Had such a great time. Met so many really cool people. It was neat. And it's really funny. I don't want to, it's crazy to kind of pick one person, or because every single person that was there was so special to me. It was a beautiful thing. You know, it was really cool. There were some people that came out just because Tommy was there, and that was cool. And I got to meet them, and they're my friends now. And there were people that came out just for me, and they met Tommy, and they're his friend now. So it was just a very cool event. But boy, if you're in Tucson, you've got to go to Thunder Bacon Burger. And if you're there, try the Tommy Scoville Burger or the Johnny Scoville Burger. Either one. They're really, really tasty and delicious. They're so constructed. Did I take a picture of it? Hang on a minute. I think I probably did. Oh, yeah. Let me show you this picture. I don't know if I can do this. Here's what I need. I said I'm going to be I'm going to be a YouTuber. A YouTuber would have edited this. But please, if you will, look at that burger. That burger it's 3 buns. Do you see right here in the middle is a second bun, kind of like on a Big Mac? And between the 2 buns, down here and down here, are 2 patties on each. It's a half a pound, and there's cheese. He's got a habanero, chipotle habanero pepper jack cheese. That's on the Tommy Scoville. On the Johnny Scoville burger, it's the same, but he caramelizes onions and puts in Trinidad Maruga scorpion powder, then some chili crisp, and it's just, I'll tell you what, it's really, really beautiful. It sounds silly as can be. It's beautiful, but it's amazing. You know, the lightning bolt is his logo, and where he got that, which is so funny, it's a Grateful Dead thing. And I could pull down the side of my pants and show you that I got a tattoo there of that lightning bolt that I've had since I was almost a teenager. It still looks perfect. You know, they always say, well, what do you look like when you get old? Man, my tattoos are perfect. Sorry, that doesn't work anymore. Anyway, he and I are deadheads. It was just, Tommy, all of us. It was just a wonderful time. So everybody that came out, thank you. But getting back to this sauce, I'm really, really excited about this sauce. I really am. I love the looks of it. And it was just really cool to go around and meet everybody. And these guys were wonderful. All right, so I got some sort of allergy. I don't know what it is. If I had a nickel for every sneeze, I shouldn't even have said that, because now I feel like I'm going to sneeze. Before I do this video, please make sure you like this video. If you enjoy this sort of content, if spicy content is your thing, then this is your home. So like this video, share it with somebody else, and subscribe to the channel. By the way, right here on every video, see that little pepper right there? You can hit that at any point and subscribe to this channel. So, if you've been watching this channel, first of all, thank you. And if you've never subscribed, no problem. But hitting that thing and subscribe, it's my daily report card showing me how I'm doing. No, the aroma, it's got a it's interesting. Here's the funny thing that happens at shows a lot. Is I'll go around and I'll try the sauces, but I don't get to take the bottle and do the aroma test. It's a funny thing. It just occurred to me now, 8 years into this, and I don't usually do the aroma test at shows. I just kind of taste the sauce. They put it on a spoon, I taste it and tell them what I think of it. This is a beautiful, soft, lemony aroma. All right, you ready? Here's the pour, people. You know what visually it sort of looks like? It almost has the color of the special sauce on a McDonald's burger, Big Mac. It really does. But this is Lemon Drop from Savir Foods. I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat. Now, probably a good time to tell you, I had tried this at the show. Tried a lot of them. This has such a, you know what's really funny? I think lemon probably, this is something that probably happens to sauces with lemon in it, just by virtue of the fruit. But sometimes you'll have a sauce that just tastes so fresh, like they just made it. You know what I mean? It's like, I know we're at a show and they're bringing their best, but it's almost like, zzz, they pour, hey, try this, Johnny. It has that incredibly fresh flavor, like they just made it. Now, the flavor of this is, they call it medium heat. They're pretty right. It does have medium heat. This is almost an everything sauce. This would be good on so many different things. The black pepper is a critical ingredient in this. It's beautiful. There's a really neat balance between the sweetness you get from the dates, okay, and the saltiness from the kosher salt. That just really, really blends well and works. You know, another thing is avocado oil. That is a significant ingredient in this. Now, it's interesting. I've played around in the kitchen with Foy with a couple different recipes that we were trying to do with avocado oil. And we had a difficult time. Oh, a squirrel wants to come out here. We have a door. Wow, it's got window panes, and she'll jump up and hang on to it. like 4 feet off the ground and just look at you. And you open the door, she'll still hang on. You grab her off the door and walk. Funny cat. Anyway, so listen, there's some great stuff coming out of Austin. This is a lovely, lovely sauce. Now, it really has an absolutely beautiful flavor. If you're not a chili head, here's the problem with this. It's not a problem, but if you're not a chili head, you wouldn't be tasting the things that I'm tasting, because you'd be kind of dealing with a pain, and you really can't process food, what you're tasting when you're focused on pain, because that pain is going to be dominant in your head. But so it'd be a little strong for a non-chili head, but if you're a chili head, this is a 4 or 5, But the flavor, you can drink it. It's a drinkable sauce. It's so lovely. It has a great mouthfeel to it. It's absolutely delish. Now, let me see. I have a couple things I wanted to read to you guys. We do on the show pretty often. If you're brand new to the show, why, you don't know. But if you've been around for a while, then you know what I'm going to do. We're going to talk about, I read crazy stats and fun, interesting trivia that you may or may not have already heard about. Now, I started one a while back, crazy bands, like one-hit wonders, where are they now bands? And the thing that was funny about these bands, I'm only going to read like 4 or 5 of them. The funny thing about these bands, if you've heard of them, then yeah, you've heard of them. But if it's a band you haven't heard of, I swear to you, these sound like me and Tommy just sat in the back room and made up these names. They really do. Listen to this. There's a band. It was a 5-piece British boy band that made up of lead vocalist, songwriter Gary Barlow, Mark Owen, Howard Donald. I'm not even going to read the names. Take That. That was the name. Take That. That was the name of the band. They did have 7 #1 hits in Britain. The band was a top music phenom in the 90s. But then they just went poof and disappeared. But I've never heard of Take That. Did you guys? Listen, be honest. I could be like the old guy. Get off my lawn. I could be like the old guy that just doesn't know music. Because it's really weird. There are pockets of my life where I was either working hard being a good guy or really working hard being a bad guy. And when I was doing one of those things, I really wasn't paying attention to some of the music that was out. And boy bands wasn't my thing. But listen to this one. With the similarities to the 90s sensation, the Spice Girls. This is an obvious kind of a spin-off band. It's a Dublin-based quartet, okay? And they were called Bewitched, and B with just the letter B, Bewitched. They had a #1 song, C'est la vie, and then boom, gone. Bewitched. You ever heard of Bewitched? Have you ever heard of Bewitched? I had not. Now this is another odd one. This is one that Tommy and I could have just made up in the back room, but we didn't. This is a pop dance duo. They were known as Tattoo, but Tattoo is spelled funny. Tattoo is small t with a dot. Here, I'll show you how they spell tattoo. That is how they spell tattoo. And that's the name of the band, Tattoo. Have you heard of them? Because I'm sorry, I haven't. Okay, now this band was remembered for their lyrically silly but catchy 1999 song, Summer Girls. Anybody can, I wish I could just stop and say, all right, I'm going to send a bottle of sauce to anybody who can do it. But you can Google it and figure it out. But I wonder if anybody that's watching this on the fly right now goes, oh yeah, I knew who that is. I don't know. Anyway, LFO is the name of this band. It stands for Light Funky Ones. Light, L-Y-T, Light Funky Ones. Their debut self-titled album charted at number 21. And then, boom, they're not around anymore. This is an R&B trio. Had multiple top 10 hits, so we should know these in the 90s. Including the #1 song, Weak. I don't mean like, are you having a good week? I mean weak, like W-E-K, you're weak, that kind of weak. It showed off their superb harmony ability. Anyway, SWV was the name of this band. SWV. It stood with Sisters with Voices. Have you heard of these? It seems like they're almost all in the same genre, doesn't it, kind of, sort of? Okay, everybody knows Fergie, right? Not everybody. Some older people know who Fergie is. Stacey Ferguson from the Black Eyed Peas. Did you know that she was part of another band in the 90s, a pop trio known as Wild Orchid? You ever know that? surprised you know that. Wild Orchid. They had a pretty high. See, Talk to Me was their hit. I'll read one more. It's a British quartet, or quintet, excuse me. It was capping on the boy band thing. In the 90s, boy band was big, the boy band thing. Never did it, never got it. Anyway, Got the Feeling, When the Lights Go Out. Those were their songs. This was a song called Five. But this is how they spelled five. Anyway, those are funny bands. I guess if you're the boy band, if the boy band era was sort of your thing, then you're like, yeah, Johnny, we know all those songs, and you sound like the dude saying, get off my porch and turn down the music because it's too loud. Listen, in the description box, you're going to see a link for Savir Foods. It's a really cool sauce company. They're here in Round Rock, so expand your spicy repertoire. If you have not tried the sauce, it's a really neat one, and it's lemon. If you like lemon, you're going to dig this one. Thank you for watching today. Please, if you enjoyed this video, like the video. Throw a comment there. Tell me what you thought of it. If you've got any suggestions, throw them in there. And share this video with your friends. Right there, that's Johnny Scoville Jr. That is my offspring. That is one of my children. Young Chilihead. He was there when I started this channel, and he's following my footsteps. Scary thing. But he makes great videos, and he's very funny, so go check him out. Right there is my brother, Tommy Scoville. Good man. He runs the Lifeboat. Please check out his channel. Right there, ha! Those are all the challenges I've done. And in the playlist, there are over 5,200 videos, and they're relatively organized for having 5,200 videos, so please check them out. Right there, that is Pepperology. So if you're somebody who's come over from Super Hot, or you've been watching this show for a couple seasons, or you're just new to it and you're thinking, man, those peppers sound cool, they look really pretty, and I want to eat one. This dude makes it look fun. Eat some peppers with me. This is your season. Start by watching Pepperology there. It's going to teach you how to grow. There's really informative videos of how to grow your tolerance from stuff that you got in local stores. It's going to talk about how to do it in a thoughtful way so you don't kill yourself. It's going to talk about terminology and a bunch of new stuff for chili heads right there, new chili heads. Thank you for watching. I am Johnny Scoville, and this was Chase the Heat.